everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I just got a chance to watch Hotel Transylvania 2. I know it's been out for a while, but I loved the first Hotel Transylvania. I'm really into psychological horror films and B-movie monsters, and mainly B-movie monsters, but this was right up my alley, and Halloween is one of my favorite times of the year, of course, as well as Christmas, as you probably would have expected, but it's just such a terrific film, and it is just completely outstanding. The animation is absolutely beautiful, and there are some sequences in it that look almost like live action with Keiki, the puppet, and especially when Keiki's creator comes into Dennis's birthday later on in the film. Dennis is a cute little redhead, oh Ginger, so adorable. But Mavis and John, they're married, of course, and they have little Dennis. And of course, Drac, he's kind of wondering whether he's going to be human or vampire, and he wants to actually train him, and he takes him to a boot camp, and it's changed from what he remembers as a boy, and he's thinking, what happened here? It's not the way I recall, but it's just such a it's a funny film. It's really lovely to look at. There are a lot of one-liners in here, a lot of zingers that are they're fast-paced, and they're so witty and crisp and original. And one of the lines I really like with the vampire line is Drac's dad, Vlad. And Vlad's a little bit more old school. We figured that out later in the movie, but he said, I wanted to meet his vampire. And they said, his what? His vampire grandpa. Come on. It was obvious. That's a running gag they have throughout the film, and I absolutely loved it. And just the voices that are involved, and they were just positively splendiferous. I just thought everybody did a tremendous job, and Adam, of course, as Drac, he really delivered so very well. His comedic timing is priceless, and they captured him, the essence of Adam. They just did such a wonderful job, and as a fan of Adam, I have to say, 2 thumbs way up. I absolutely loved it. This was even better than the first Transylvania, and I thought, you can't do that. You can't top Transylvania. And they did. I thought, you blew me away. I wasn't expecting that, and I adored everything about it. I love the wolf pups. The wolf pups are just so cute, especially Winnie. And we figure out something out later about Winnie. It was so sweet. I thought, aw. I won't say what it is, but it's just, it'll melt your heart. It's just one of the most beautiful things ever. And this message is about tolerance and adjusting and adapting to change, and it's just such a great message. I think it's a message that we should all learn from. It kind of reminded me of Zootopia in a way, because Zootopia has the same kind of moral and didactic trope that Zootopia uses, and I thought, they did it in a Halloween format, and it's so creepy, and it has that kind of eerie, ominous mood to it, and everything about this I absolutely adored. I thought, oh, I live for this kind of thing. The backgrounds and the scenery, and it was just completely transfixing. It's really, really, really just popping eye candy, and I absolutely savored every minute. I just cherished it, and I'm glad to have it in my library. I'm so happy, because I love the characters are just, they stand out, and they're all very unique in their ways, and Blobby was a new one that they added. I love Blobby, his dynamic, and he doesn't speak. There's another character that didn't speak that was kind of in the background, and I thought it was just an outstanding family film. That there were some things that were kind of scary about it, being the fact that it is a Halloween themed film with monsters and whatnot, but the message at its heart is it's what really endears it to me, and it's just really completely stellar, and I couldn't give it more plaudits than I already do. And Sony Animation, I'm sorry that Sony Animation doesn't make more than what it does, because you're competing against Pixar, for gosh sakes. You're competing against Pixar, you're competing against DreamWorks, two really well-established franchises, and Sony, yeah, you put up a great fight, but you're no Pixar, I'm sorry. Pixar will always best you, and I hate to say that, but this is valiant. The effort is, it's admirable. It's really quite laudable what they do, and I have to say, I really, really like where they're going. This one, their animation is even more flawless, and their movements, and it just is seamless. And like I said, the sequences with Keiki, Dennis's childhood idol, his cousins kind of tease him, and they're mean about it, and yeah, but kids can be cruel sometimes, but actually there's a lesson to be learned in that particular scenario as well, but I'm not going to go into it. That's going to I don't want to have a spoiler alert in this review. It's basically all I have to say about Hotel Transylvania 2. If you haven't seen it, please do. If you've seen the first one, you have to see the second one, because the second one it exceeds, it really excels, and it's even funnier. I thought, how is that even possible? But you've got Adam Sandler, and I'm sure that Adam Sandler wrote a lot of the one-liners, because it's just what he does, and it's his forte, and he's very good at what he does, and so are the other character voices that were just completely unbelievably surreally good. Gennady Tartakovsky, I did remember that he produced the first one. I thought, Gennady rocks. He did the second one too, and he did an even better job. Kudos to you, Gennady. Woo! Gennady, if you probably recognize Gennady's name from your past, if you're like me, and if you're a child who grew up in the 90s, it gives you an instant nostalgia. But I can't say too much about Gennady himself. He's another idol of mine, and I aspire someday to create something like this. This is perfection, but beyond that, that's basically all I have to say about Hotel Transylvania 2, and I'm hoping that there are going to be more films like this from Sony in the future. I'm really looking forward to what they produce. Well, until next time, ciao tutti, live long and prosper.